Nick A30 and Arcch lied to you. So on December 28th, 2024, a small YouTuber with 3,000 subscribers named Arcch posted a video about Nick A30 scamming his viewers, which turned into an internet drama. And there were a lot of videos surrounding this, and I mean a lot of videos. This whole drama stemmed from a simple donation that could have been solved, but turned into a fallout war on Nick A30, then to Arcch. I've waited to post this video so that I could hear both sides of the story and find out the lies and deceptions before putting my thoughts into this video with actual proof. This video is to point out the most important details almost everyone missed, because I've looked more into this situation more than other YouTubers in a more formal way instead of just my own opinions. If you're watching this video, Nick, please actually take into consideration with what I'm going to be saying, because it actually might help you in the long run, because it's what you should be doing, but you can take it with a grain of salt, because at the end of the day, it's your career. If you are watching this video, Arcch, you're cooked. And this video is going to be exposing you for all your lies and the stories that you have made that just doesn't line up with anything. And you're just being a bitch about it. So, if you want your career to last longer, you shouldn't have done this. To everyone watching, note that the things I'm going to be covering, I will try not repeat myself, so sorry in advance if it seems like I'm talking about the same thing. All the clips I'm going to be showing about Nick A30 and Arcch in the video are going to be down below. In the comment section, I'm going to have a timestamp for each video I'm going to go over. I'm going to start by pointing out these key important parts that I'm going to go over. The Nick A30 scanned me video, the Nick A30 rant on Arcch video, Nick A30 is a liar video, the responding to the drama video, my response, Nick lied again video. And then I'm going to go over each of the video's mistakes, the donations inconsistency, why Arcch made the video from a statistical and a psychological viewpoint. And then finally, I'm going to tie in all these points with a summary with my perspective. Note that Arcch edits his videos so he knows what he's editing at every single point in the video.
I don't care about the views. I've been editing since I don't even know when. I just like making video.
There are many points that we're going to be missed in the short recaps, but we will connect it all at the end. So in the first video Arcch made, he claims that Nick exploits his viewers for money because he had donated money multiple times asking Nick to give him a Fortnite challenge for a YouTube video. And he felt he was scammed because Nick didn't give him the challenge. And he felt that Nick kept on trying to squeeze money out of him because he was ignoring him or refusing to answer. And just remember, Arcch donated 5 times, and this is all by memory, so we only had his word for it at the time. And his video was released the day after this happened. Now, in Nick's stream, he started talking about Arcch saying that he was demanding challenges.
I swear it's the same thing like with that guy at the donation that wants to expose me. Like, bro's demanding challenges. Like, dang, bro, say please and thank you. Be a little respectful.
Being passive aggressive with his donations.
He was so passive aggressive in his comment.
Calling him names.
Like, what a scumbag, bro. Because he's a douchebag.
Calling out why people made videos on him.
Like, these guys just use my name, slander me. They have ads on their video, and bro probably made like $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 on that video. And bro's going on about $10 like he cares. Bro, you're literally just using my name. And of course that video gets views.
And he said that Arcch's intentions wasn't to get him to say a challenge, but to antagonize him in order to make a video on him that makes him look bad.
You weren't looking for content from me, bro. You were looking to make something like this. I could tell with your donations and the way that you were antagonizing me with that, okay?
He talks about other stuff unrelated to the drama, but you could go watch the video in the description to see for yourself. Arcch decided to make a video in response to the stream, debunking everything he was saying word by word, and he talked about these few important points. He wasn't demanding challenges, but being polite.
I wasn't demanding challenges. I asked him politely if I could get a challenge, and he literally said if I give him the challenge, he would say it for my video. So I don't know where that came from. I wasn't demanding anything. I was being nothing but polite.
He didn't know the video would blow up.
That video, I did not expect it to do that well.
He made no money from the video.
I didn't make any money off the video. I made 0. I'm not monetized on YouTube.
He enjoys making YouTube videos. He doesn't care about the views at all.
I don't care about the views. I've been editing since I don't even know when. I just like making video.
He said don't send hate to Nick and wait for his perspective in his first video.
I told all the people that saw that video, Don't go send hate to Nick. Wait for his perspective of the situation, because it could simply just be a misunderstanding, but it came off as very weird.
He explained his community post.
I put a post up here saying, I just want to come on here and say my recent video isn't for money or views.
The video was a discussion and not to take Nick down.
I don't agree with like hating on people, going to their streams and leaving nasty messages and things like that. It was more of a discussion, and I just thought I want to put this out here so people can see what he can actually be like.
Nick owes him a response because of him donating.
You don't owe me anything, right? But when I donate and I ask you for a challenge, and then you say, yeah, no, tell me what challenge, and I'll say it for your video if that's what you want, and then I donate more, then you do kind of owe me you saying the challenge.
Nick was ungrateful for the donations.
Well, you don't seem like you appreciate it, mate, because you're going $2, $4, $2. You don't really seem like you don't seem like you appreciate it. You seem like you sound like it was just too much of a small amount, and that's why you was rude. And then you're saying you actually appreciate it. I don't know. You just come across as so confusing.
Since Nick thought the challenge was a bad idea, Nick let Arcch donate more and more.
Just want to get a free Nick830 gave me a challenge, or blank streamer with X viewers gave me a challenge, and it's like, dude, come up with better ideas. Like,
the reason you didn't give me the challenge after telling me you would is because you thought it was a bad idea.
He talks about other stuff and repeats himself, but you could go watch the video in the description to see for yourself. Nick made a professional response to the drama after Arch's second video. He mainly talked about the title change.
His title of the video was Nick830 scams his viewers. And if we look at what the video is called now, it's Nick830 scammed me. He's clearly using my name to create a false narrative to gain views and propel his channel forward.
The refund.
At no point whatsoever did Arcch reach out via Twitter, email, any social media platform, or through another donation saying that he would like a refund.
Spreading good vibes.
I gotta focus on the positive. I want to spread good vibes. I don't want to focus on the negative 24/7. Yeah, there are moments where I might not be 100% positive, but I try my absolute best.
Explaining his Fortnite idea, mindset.
But like at the end of the day, how many videos are people gonna watch where Nick830 gives me a challenge and it's the one chest challenge? Like, how boring would that be? So I try to be a little more reserved so people can't just use my name and say Nick830 gave me a challenge and it's the same thing over and over again. When you see a Nick830 video, I want it to be special. I want it to be unique. And that's the same way I treat my content on my channel. So my overall mindset on this kind of stuff, it never changes. Like, you got to put in the work, you got to put in the time.
Explaining how he might miss donations.
My point being, whether it's a chat message or donation, I might miss it sometimes. People know this, and at the end of the stream, typically I go through my full list and get caught up on everything.
Showing what Arcch donated.
His second donation was, bro, it can be any challenge, just anything off the top of your head, even if it's been done before. Thanks. I mentioned some in the last dono, like one chest or shotgun only, lol. Appreciate your content, man. Not trying to spam, just sending you money, LeMayo. Brother, you asked me to tell you what I would like you to say, and then you don't read the message.
His customs.
Banning his fans who pay money to be in his customs.
This is not true, because for 100-player customs, you can have the trusted role, or you can be a sub to join. So one is paid, one is unpaid. At one point, I did make it so everyone can join the customs, whether you're a sub or not, whether you have the trusted role or not. But as you guys know, and you guys have seen clips, people grief my customs, and it's just impossible to get anything done. So obviously, we have to limit it to a smaller group of people.
And finally saying that Arcch was looking for drama.
And as you see now, with 2 videos on your channel, you clearly were looking for drama and you were looking to profit off my name. And if you think I'd be willing to risk my career and risk my name and brand over I'm just going to be generous here and say a $15 donation in total, I mean, come on, bro.
Arcch proceeded to make another video talking about each point that Nick made in his response, which was the title change, refund, positivity, Fortnite idea, stream chat, the real donations, and the customs. And that's just in general. Now you know the whole picture, it's time to point out both of the mistakes and lies with proof. Whenever Arcch or Nick mentioned the donations, those will be broken down in the next segment. I'm reading from a script. First of all, Arcch, he actually doesn't have to respond to you with your donations, so at least be grateful that he actually responded to your first one. Second, you could have asked if he could repeat the challenge again, and maybe he would have fulfilled your request. But the thing is that you lied about your donations, and we'll get to that part later. Now Nick, you should have just set a challenge because you've done this before with other people, and it was that easy. This clip was after the second Arcch video for context.
And Forbo with the 2. Can you give me a challenge for a video? Oh my goodness gracious, bro. Yes. You get the one chest challenge too. Everybody's getting the one chest challenge today. All right? You all get the one chest challenge. Anyone else want a challenge? Let's get this all out of the way, guys.
So it was that easy, but you know, he might have been having a bad day, which is what he did say in his stream. Now Nick, what if he made a video about you that is gaining traction? You know, like 100,000 people. You shouldn't have let all your raw thoughts and emotions get the best out of you during that stream. You could have either not addressed it at all or responded to it professionally later on. Every time a content creator responds to an allegation live, it always doesn't end up well, because things are going to be missed and it's not formatted well. Calling Arcch names, Nick, like douchebag, scummy, it was a petty thing to do. And even if you think that way, you shouldn't have said it anyways. Like, there's no point. Because now it's been clipped a few times, and that helped support some of Arch's viewpoints in his response. Now, Arcch, your second video. One of your many mistakes in this video was merely proof, and it was very opinion-based. For example,
people do have issues with Nick. They find his behavior on stream really weird. It's not just the donation thing, it's a bunch of other things. His interactions with his viewers are just strange. The way he treats his viewers, the way he acts is just not normal. And I think that's why a lot of people watched the video and actually responded very well to it.
This is just straight up an opinion with like no clips of him being weird. If you actually saw weird moments with him, you would have shown clips like this.
Hey squad, reporting for duty. We're going Tilted Towers. Let's go.
Shut your bitch ass up, little nigga.
Dude, that is like really dumb, bro. The fact that people say that kind of stuff. Like, that's actually kind of ridiculous, man. Like, some people are actually like ridiculous, dude. That's so dumb, man. I mean, like, holy crap. I thought Call of Duty was toxic. I'm not gonna lie. Imagine acting tough in a video game in 2024. Imagine it, like, acting tough. Grown man talking like that. People are so toxic. Who was it that said that, guys? Just so I know, so I can report.
That's not weird at all. That's just someone having and showing their own opinion and their own language. So it's not being weird at all. Him responding, yes, that's weird, but you would have shown a clip like that. When you mentioned that you weren't monetized, you should have immediately shown your analytics, because it paints a better picture and you're showing proof. But you decide to show it later on so people can just keep watching your video. And honestly, it would have been easier to show the page and blur parts of it out. Oh, and you lied about this part.
I'm not trying to make you look bad. If anything, I told all the people that saw that video, don't go send hate to Nick. Wait for his perspective of the situation, because it could simply just be a misunderstanding, but it came off as very weird.
You never said it, don't go send hate, because this is actually what you said.
And Nick, if you do happen to see this and there is some sort of explanation, I would be happy to hear it, as your perspective does matter as well. Even just leave a comment and I'll pin it to let people come up with their own judgment of the situation.
I'm not gonna lie, Arcch, you have a terrible memory, and your memory gets even worse later on. You also don't mention it with your posts at all, so again, trying to paint a better picture, but I've got proof. Deserve and don't are two different things.
I also want to clarify, I do not want to take Nick down or see the fall of Nick A30. Yeah, no, I don't agree with like hating on people, going to their streams and leaving nasty messages and things like that. It was more of a discussion, and I just thought I want to put this out here so people can see what he can actually be like, because I just found it really weird. Like,
Then why did you post this video when you supposedly said it was a discussion? If anything, this was a public accusation, not a discussion, because if it was, you would have put it on a post, like asking about Nick's behavior on Reddit, X, or talked about it with your friends about it. Me and my friends, we have plenty of discussions, yet I don't even post it at all, for any reason. At the end of the day, it's just a discussion. It does not have to be a public accusation. We actually had one about the Godzilla skin in Fortnite and how it felt wrong. We're not accusing Fortnite, because why would we do that? It's just a discussion. It's opinion-based. Yours is opinion, so...
I owe you nothing, man.
You don't owe me anything, right? But when I donate and I ask you for a challenge, and then you say, yeah, no, tell me what challenge, and I'll say it for your video if that's what you want, and then I donate more, then you do kind of owe me you saying the challenge. You can't just ignore it because you decided you don't want to do it and not say anything.
But for you to say he owes you an answer, it's stupid. Streamers like Kai, they get tons of donations and subs, and yet they don't read them out loud every single time, because either one, they missed it, or two, they forgot about it, or even they choose not to at all. Streamers aren't obligated to read them or fulfill the question by any means necessary, even if they say they will. Like, yep, I will see this video later, but they just actually don't. They don't have to. They just don't. And when you donate, you're expecting nothing in return. That's how it works in every single scenario. Maybe to a homeless man.
I'm not entitled just because I donated money for you to do anything for me, but you agreed to do something for me and then you just ignored it.
Arcch, you're really stupid. He never actually agreed to say it. And later in your third video, when you got the real donations, you never said a specific challenge for Nick to say. You said it at the very end, and you being very vague with the donation, which is your fault, not Nick's, yours. Because Nick asked for you to give him a challenge, but you didn't at all.
Just telling you the truth, and I give my valid opinion on people, and I don't hold back.
Your opinion is valid, man. No one said it's not. You're allowed to say what you want. No one's ever said you can't, so you're just kind of going on a tangent here about nothing. You do care, though. You do care, because you've just gone on for about 10 minutes about my video, and then you've somehow started going off at your viewers who think you've changed a little bit, because they can see it as well.
Your video structuring is terrible, because on the multiple points that you're talking about the most common things, and as you said, this video was meant to warn adults, and you're ranting about random stuff that has no context. It's just opinion based.
And then everyone's like, yeah, ever since he got his icon skin, Nick changed. No, bro, I'm just being honest, okay? If anything, I'm more honest since I got my icon skin, and I'm just telling you the truth, and I give my valid opinion on people, and I don't hold back, and I don't cover it up, because I could care less. You know what I mean? Whether you have 1 million subscribers, 10 million, or 1,000, bro. I'll give my honest opinion on you, and I don't like that person.
What did he say?
I mean, whether you have 1 million subscribers, 10 million, or 1,000, bro. I'll give my honest opinion on you. And
well, that's just a lie, because
What he does next is just stupid, because this has no context to what Nick was saying.
Cypher PK actually did a video similar to the one that I was planning to do. All Cypher had to do was type in Nick's chat, and Nick gave him a challenge, and I'll show it right now. So look, I let Fortnite YouTubers control my tournament, so
in the solo cash cup, and I need one challenge for my first game.
okay, okay. Cypher, because we never back down, never give up. My challenge is to do a sky base and never back down.
All right.
So Cypher's got 10 million subscribers, so you can obviously just come up with a challenge on the top of your head that's been done before. So I don't want you to say you don't treat your viewers differently, because I'm not sure if you and Cypher are genuine friends in real life, or if you're just online friends or whatever. But you know, if you could do it so easily for him, why can't you do it if someone donates? Especially when you tell them you will do it. So yeah.
In this part of the video, you should have put your points on Nick giving Cypher a challenge at the very beginning, instead of leading us in for 17 minutes. Because Nick never said he doesn't treat his videos differently, which again, going to say it, your video structuring is terrible. He never said that at all. However, I will agree that if Nick can do it easy for Cypher, why not for a viewer in the chat, you know? We've seen that happen with other YouTubers, so it's that easy. Now Nick, you didn't cover everything in the 2 videos Arcch made, but there are 5 flaws in your videos that are probably the most important. Everything else I don't mention that Nick said, I do agree with his points, like being positive, so yeah. The first flaw is when you were talking about giving Arcch a refund. Now, you said that
At no point whatsoever did Arcch reach out via Twitter, email, any social media platform, or through another donation saying that he would like a refund, because everyone knows I would refund that donation within a heartbeat.
Now here's the thing, people think now that they can get refunds from you. However, it clearly states in your Streamlabs donation,
Wait.
this is not exactly a lie, but you're actively deceiving people because you didn't decide to refund Arcch until after he put out the video that is negatively affecting you. So if you're actually considering refunding more people in the future, and you're going to follow what you said, just change it to all donations are refundable. Contact through another donation asking for a refund. Because you're lying to people that they could get a refund. As far as I'm concerned, you haven't refunded people, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen any clips.
I'm out of ideas, bro. And I could sound like a broken record and say one chest challenge, one chest challenge, one chest challenge. But at the end of the day, how many videos are people gonna watch where Nick 30 gives me a challenge and it's the one chest challenge? How boring would that be? So I try to be a little more reserved so people can't just use my name and say Nick 30 gave me a challenge and it's the same thing over and over again. When you see a Nick 30 video, I want it to be special, I want it to be unique, and that's the same way I treat my content on my channel. So my overall mindset on this kind of stuff, it never changes. You gotta put in the work, you gotta put in the time.
Now, your second flaw with your point is on Fortnite ideas. Respectfully, you use the same idea over and over again with a few funny moments, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing. Now, when giving a challenge to other people, it makes sense why you want to be more reserved. It honestly does, and I do respect that part. It makes sense, but the one thing that you are acting about is that you control the person's content entirely. But the thing is that it is their responsibility to take your challenge and make the video better, or make it more interesting. When you give them the challenge, it's not your video, even though your name is on it. It doesn't mean your content or reputation is gonna be on the line.
I logged on to my Streamlabs and I'm able to see the exact donation messages. His second donation was, bro, it can be any challenge, just anything off the top of your head, even if it's been done before, thanks. I mentioned some in the last dono, like one chest or shotgun only, lol. Appreciate your content, man. Not trying to spam, just sending you money, LeMayo. Brother, you asked me to tell you what I would like you to say and then you don't read the message?
Your third flaw is not showing all the donations. It might have not been a big deal at that point, but you need to come clean and be honest in the future, because something like this is gonna happen again, guaranteed. And now that you didn't show the donations, Arcch made another video showing the donations that you didn't, so now it paints you in a more negative way, because it seems like you're hiding something, which you're obviously not, but it really does seem like it.
This guy does have a history of banning his fans who pay money to be in his customs.
This is not true, because for 100-player customs, you can have the trusted role or you can be a sub to join. So one is paid, one is unpaid. At one point, I did make it so everyone can join the customs, whether you're a sub or not, whether you have the trusted role or not. But as you guys know, and you guys have seen clips, people grief my customs, and it's just impossible to get anything done. So obviously, we have to limit it to a smaller group of people.
The fourth flaw was when Arcch said this guy does have a history of banning his fans who pay money to be in his customs, and you said it wasn't true. I had to actually think about what you meant, and the reason why is because I'm not sure if you're talking about banning people from customs, or if only people pay to be in them, which you kind of do later clarify. People who aren't sub can join, but it's still in the gray area. I think you could have done better so everyone can understand what you actually meant.
Mission eat as much as possible. Yo, get this dude banned from every single social media platform. Get this dude.
The last flaw you made was not apologizing. This should have been the entire reason for the video, and he made another video about that, and you should have been the more responsible one, as you are partially in the wrong.
Now, in all honesty, if I knew this, I would have gotten a refund and taken down the video. But I had no idea this was possible. I only assumed it would be possible for people who maybe donate $500 instead of $50, or kids who have stolen their mum's credit cards.
Now, Arcch, you're embarrassing yourself even further because of more proof. I'm going to be straight up honest. If you really wanted people to believe you, you should have added what the donation in Streamlabs said to secure the fact that you had no clue you could get a refund. Because it is concrete a fact that it says you can't get a refund. But a reminder to everyone, Arcch is editing his videos, so he has shown the Streamlabs before, multiple times. So Arcch, why didn't you add it? You had clear proof that you had no clue that you could get a refund, which, to be honest, would have been a smarter decision if you did add that. But you're either just stupid, blind, or rushed to get your point of view out to save your career because you threw so hard, like, my guy, what the hell?
What a surprise. Nick30 twisted this interaction and left out some major details. He did this to make it seem like I was being passive-aggressive and rude to him. In his video, you can see he edits together these donations to make them look like they are in chronological order. But some people have clocked on and realized that my third donation made no sense. As I say, I mentioned 2 challenges in the last donation. But on his screen, there isn't any challenges in the last donation. Well, that's because in between these 2 donations, there is another 2 donations that he has completely cut out. I will show you them in a second, but it's becoming pretty obvious that he has removed certain things like these donations, avoided certain topics like his first response, and read things in a certain way to portray me as a disingenuous person.
This entire part about him talking about the donations, I prove why they're wrong in the next segment.
Also, to the people saying it's disingenuous that I got monetized after saying I don't care about the money, just because I didn't make money off those videos and I don't really care about the money that comes from YouTube doesn't mean it wouldn't be nice to make a few bucks off of the future videos I'm going to be producing. And yes, this video will be monetized, as was Nick's response.
Wait, so say that again?
As was Nick's response.
As was Nick's response.
You're saying that the last 2, no, 3 videos that you made are monetized. I mean, he did say.
As was Nick's response.
I'm not monetized on YouTube.
So it's either miswording or he's actually exposing himself that the video he did was monetized. Almost everything else is opinion based and trying to prove that Nick is weird, with his viewers and pointing out like non-important stuff like the chat, going that far to prove that he ignored his donation even though the chat was slow. It's just sad. Now, in this part of the video, I'm not gonna be as professional. I mean, I already am not as professional at the end, but it's all a joke at this point. Now, before we go over the donations, just remember a few things. When Arcch donated the first time, he asked Nick to give him a challenge. Nick instead asked Arcch to give him a challenge for him to say. So there was obviously miscommunication. Arcch was not listening. Nick was waiting for a response, and he didn't give it to him specifically until at the very end, which is when Nick was annoyed. It seems like Nick wanted Arcch to come up with his own challenges because he felt like he shouldn't be responsible for their content. In Arch's point of view, you would obviously feel like it's weird that Nick didn't answer the question when he could have given him the challenge that easily, which, to be fair, is true. Now, the donations. There are multiple times where he actually lied to himself, which is embarrassing because he's exposing himself to people like me who are researching. Now, the reason why I didn't mention the donations in detail earlier in each video point is because there was a lot of proof that disproves Arcch. This is a chart which I grabbed for what they said in each of the video and like the response of what they did. Two more things. First, Arcch made his video the day after he was scammed, so it was basically fresh memory. I do not believe that if you have that much effort to edit within a day, you forget what donations you are sending. That's crazy work if you forget, because if anything, you're just stupid. Second, the last video Arcch made, he said that the donations are all true, so I'm not so sure anymore, but we'll use that information since he says that it's true. Plus, it's the same donations that Nick showed, which almost hard proves it. Now, cue that montage of what's wrong.
Okay, and
I gave you an idea. I gave you two ideas, shotgun only and one chest challenge. I said it on like 3 of the donations, so I don't know what you're on about. Did ignore the second donation. So if we go on my video, when he like got really angry at me, he acknowledged there were 3 donations and he replied to all of them. So he's just lying. And then that's why I donated a second donation saying, I want you to give me these challenges. And he just ignored it. So, but he told me he would do it if I told him what challenge.
so if you have a challenge, you let me know. I will gladly say it so you can use it for your video, if that's what you'd like.
He then may have missed the second donation, as he says in his video, but he saw the third where I gave him 2 challenges that he said he would say. Now, you may also realize in this clip, he mentions 3 donations.
I said that already 3 times.
Showcasing that he did see the other 2, but he didn't want to respond to them.
It's not my responsibility to come up with video ideas for you, bro. Listen, like, if I had the idea, I'd be doing it myself. I said that already 3 times. So if you can't pay attention to the stream, like, that's on you, bro. I literally responded to your message way too many times.
Let's talk about why Arcch made the video in a psychological viewpoint. So, I'm giving Arcch the benefit of the doubt. I do believe that Arcch wanted to make a challenge video in the first place, where the YouTubers like Nick gave him a challenge. However, when Nick didn't actually give him a challenge and Arcch kept donating, this is where I believe he started to have ill intentions towards him. The reason why I say this is because imagine if he decided to make a video to expose Nick right then and there. It makes sense on why he would record himself getting banned and then his girlfriend's screen of him being banned. Because what other reason? Now, I think the main reason why Arch's decision to make his situation a full-on video was mainly because of how he was mistreated. However, he used his donations in a way to expose Nick because he hoped that Nick would call him out, and he exploited Nick's overreaction when he streamed. So essentially, he decided to profit over this lame-ass situation when it could have been solved easily as a responsible, mature adult. And as he says, he's 19. So, now, if we look at a statistical standpoint, so I'm looking at view stats right now. 7,000 views, 300, 255. For some reason, I mean, no coincidence though. 121, and then this is 13, obviously. Now, obviously, the leaks, it's almost at what it is with all the other videos. But he gained subscribers, and it did boost him a bit. And the reason why is because this was right before Nick responded to his videos. So if we go to his channelistics, then if we go to his subscribers, you can obviously see 2,000 subscribers. He made the video, it boosted him, and then over here, that's when Nick posted, which you can see the small dip, and then over here, when he makes another video, the third one, and then it's so far it's just like the same, but it's slowly going up. So if he says he is now monetized in this video and these two, because he did say
Yes, this video will be monetized, as was Nick's response.
if we conclude that this is monetized, I mean, I'm not sure if he has ads on his videos, we can still see that he might have estimated 16, 200, 1,000 in this one, because he did say,
Yes, this video will be monetized, as was Nick's response.
let's play the clip again.
As was Nick's response.
So I'm not completely sure, but it's his words, so we have no idea. Now, it's time to give my perspective to send a message to you, Arcch. Not Nick, Arcch. And you are talking to me in person, I'm giving you the hard truth, because as you said, you're 19 and a legal adult, just like me. So, you got your feelings hurt, you lost about $13 that you said, and Nick didn't respond to you. Stop being a bitch ass loser about someone not reading your donation. It is not such a big deal that you had to make an entire video based off of a mistake or him flat out just ignoring you. You were looking to profit off his name after he ignored you and scammed you. And guess what? You did succeed, gaining 15,000 subscribers, and you're monetized. And I'm not gonna lie, your charity stream, I hope it fails.
And when I return, I want to do some sort of charity stream. The stream will most likely be for cancer research, as I want to turn this into something good. And cancer is something that has affected my family and millions of other families around the world. With this many eyes on me, it would feel wrong not to do something like that. I'm not doing it to try and dismiss the clout chaser allegations or anything like that. It's something I've planned on doing for a while, and it's something I would have done regardless of this situation if I had this amount of eyes on me.
Don't get me wrong, charity is good, but with you doing the stream for people to donate to you, all you did was make a drama and you turned the internet on Nick. And it's literally the start of 2025 and we already have this drama. Like, that was crazy.
You know what else is crazy?
And then you proceeded to defend yourself by making another video just to prove that you are in the right. That's a summary and proof of this pointless drama that was due to mainly miscommunication from Arcch, memory loss from Arcch, because apparently he has terrible memory and could not remember how much he donated, and also what he said in the video. Entitlement, because, I mean, come on bro, it's not that serious. And deception, which is from both angles, Arcch's and Nick's. If you guys did enjoy this video, subscribe, because I'm thinking to make another video, not based on Nick 30 yet, but it's gonna be based on what came off of this drama, because it's just ridiculous, man.